Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Aquarius. So, Aquarius, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. Aquarius, your central card today is the same card that was showing up yesterday in the collective reading for the 12/12 portal day. And in that case, in that reading, it was talking about an asking of a blessing or a permission, maybe in a case or other. For you, I feel like there is something about going back to a critical moment in your life that perhaps it was very uncomfortable, it was very disturbing or painful or burdensome, that it is important that you go back there now in your memories, I want to say, to review it, to reframe it, to analyze critically what happened, what were the facts, why were you feeling like you were carrying a heavy burden, because it is impacting, in a sense, your future home life, your future professional life, your future family, or even your current family. It's just important and critical that you do go back there now, that you process something that perhaps at the time of that event, of that disturbing event, you didn't know exactly how to deal with it. It's like maybe it was too new, maybe it was too much, maybe you didn't have the tools, maybe you didn't have the maturity. I feel like now you will find the clarity of mind, the objectivity, but also like a tool, a method, a way to reframe it, right? And it's a constructive one. It's not something that it's going to be like, maybe a very long process of healing. Sometimes therapy takes a long time. I feel like the way that you're finding a solution to reframe this is by like piercing through the pain, right? And seeing it for what it was and being very objective about it, right? And wanting to build something new from it. So, we're starting off with the Six of Cups, which straight away it's talking about a guidance of remembrance. Aquarius, remember about something that can be very emotional, can be even very triggering, is what I'm hearing. Triggering in a sense of being a memory that takes you back to a moment with the Nine of Wands. And this is coming through with the traditional meaning of the burden. It's almost like I'm feeling the weight on my shoulder, of a moment that maybe, yes, you felt like you were doing a lot, that you were doing too much perhaps, that you were carrying a heavy load on your own and you didn't have anybody to share. It's interesting how the nines and the tens have been coming a lot lately. And it's like this awareness, in a sense, or maybe this distinction that is very critical that you make right now because of the Judgment card, which is the central card in your reading today. That was the card that came up in the collective reading yesterday, that this was talking about the permission or the blessing that was very critical, that yesterday this was made, that this step was taken before they left off, right? They went on the journey. So I feel like the reason for this remembrance to happen right now, it's because if you didn't make this right now, the Ten of Pentacles is showing me this kind of like this lingering unresolved issue, right? This kind of thing that is in the back of your mind or is in your subconscious, that is like, it's like the loneliness that will not allow you to have a shared path that could be as abundant as possibly can, right? Or it's like there's something about the 9 and the 10, the individual path and the shared path, right? This is how I often see these two cards, just because of the suit that is the symbol that is in the center, 1 here and 2 here. So, but this is talking about family, this is talking about career, this is talking about success and abundance and a good life. So I feel like if you ignore, if you choose not to remember and deal with this uncomfortable memory right now, because this is what it's like, this is the certain urgency that this judgment is giving. It's like it's kind of like it's now or never. I don't feel like it's that dramatic, but it's just critical and essential that you do this now, because I feel like with this 10 of Pentacles, it's like you're going to find a closure. You're going to be able to reframe this memory of yours that could have been something very hard on you, right? But it's like it's better to do it sooner rather than later, because if you do it later, it could affect somehow your financial stability, your family life, your like whatever shared path you have in the near future, that it's like it wouldn't be perceived as abundant as it is because of this past memory, right? And so go back there, Aquarius, go back to that memory, even if it is, you know, disturbing or painful or triggering with you know, negative thoughts or negative emotions, or just like the feeling of being weighed down, like you're being stalled, like you're being punished. It's what I just heard. It's not, right? It's like actually this judgment is releasing you from some sort of like how do I say it? It's like a misconception of something as a punishment, right? So it's not, it's actually for you to thrive, for you to feel like you're like you have everything, right? It's like this, the reason why you're going back there is because there is incredible abundance to be shared. There is an incredible life, an incredible chapter of your life that is not to feel weighed down. It's not supposed to feel lonely or anything like that. It's quite the opposite. But I feel like there is still a lot to process, right? Because we have another 9, the 9 of Swords. So in a way, the energetic imprint that this memory left on you, Aquarius, I feel like it's been with you for quite some time, right? Sometimes I see the 9s as like a long journey. And I feel like the reason for that to be painful, to be burdensome, is because it's like there are big decisions, there are big misconceptions, maybe like it's interesting, I'm hearing like maybe you misbehaved. So I don't know exactly how that fits in, but it's like maybe you behaved in a way that now you're judging yourself by your own behavior. So, but that's the thing, it's like maybe because it's been years or it's been a long time, however long it's been since that happened, but in your mind it's something that it's like it's very rooted down, right? It's like you have to go back a long way, right? It's not like a walk in the park, let's say. It's not the easiest thing, it's not the most pleasant thing. It's like maybe having to, as I said, it's like, because it's critical that you do now, it's critical that you don't wait any longer in dealing with this. I feel like because it's either going to impact somebody in your life, or it's going to impact how you relate to others in your family, or even, most directly, it's going to impact your money, your career. It's almost like, if it develops further, it could be like even more damaging down the line, and affecting kind of like your health to the point that you would spend more money, right? So yes, it is critical that you do now, because it's like this has been growing, because time has been passing on and you didn't deal with it, because maybe, as I said, you feel like I feel like you didn't have the tools, but that's how this judgment is showing. Now you have the tool, and the tool seems to be something that is quick, but something that is it's like somebody is passing on their knowledge, somebody is working with you, kind of like a therapist, or a doctor, or a healer, or like friends. It's like I'm not seeing very much with the Three of Pentacles, friends or family being part of this healing, although the other Pentacle cards is the Ten of Pentacles, but I'm seeing this very separately. It's almost like the constructive way of healing this, of dealing with the right tools, it's by like gathering the right people, or searching for the right type of method, the right tools that are going to be offered to you in order to like heal something and not let it affect this Ten of Pentacles situation, which seems to be very abundant. And it's like a matter of changing and reframing that memory that will give you a new perspective and make you realize that this is possible, that this is at your disposal, that you are able to build a happy home, a happy life, a beautiful career, an abundant life, right? So before, in that moment, you didn't have the tools. That's the reason why perhaps you built a belief that, whenever you feel like you are in a scary situation, whenever you're triggered, you're going to suffer the consequences, in a sense, right? It's like it's like this is going to become who you are, or it's like it's going to become another rock on your shoe, or another burden on your shoulder. It's like, maybe that's the type of belief that you have been carrying, and it's time for you to review that with the tool that is being presented with the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles here, it's like the solution, the tool, or like it's kind of like a method that is very intense and very quick to reach this like this rooted down, this very, very deep rooted down kind of memory, kind of thought, or belief, right? That is embedded like so deep inside of you, inside your mind, inside perhaps your subconscious, that even when you go back there, even when you do remember, it's like it's not enough for you to remember, while you are taking a nap, or while you are journaling on your own. It's like that's the difference between the Nine of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Here there is external help. Here you are on your own, dealing with the type of monster in your head, in a sense that no matter what tools you think that you have at your hand right now, but that are just it's like the simple truth, and I want to say that because of the Ace of Swords, is that do not think that this is impossible to change because you feel like the tools that you have right now, the ones that you're dealing with alone in the Nine of Swords are only keeping you caged in. It's what I just heard. But the simple truth is that if you allow yourself to receive help from other sources, from people that it's like they do have certain tools that are very effective and, like, I want to say very efficient and very quick, right? Because it's like with a snap of the fingers, it's like that which you were trying to deal on your own, right? Perhaps you are a very conscious person, right? Because it's like maybe you are aware of the triggers. Maybe you have complete clarity that what was that unfolded back then that left you carrying this burden, right? But it's important that you don't mix the emotions when you go there. And I feel like this is what you're realizing the moment that you externalize this to, it's coming through as like a healer. It's like somebody that works with other people to help them like remove themselves from certain beliefs, right? It's like take them from this spinning wheel, or from this kind of like a uh, like being in a rabbit hole and not knowing how to get out of there, right? And so I feel like the tools that you have, Aquarius, that you perhaps you have been, using, that you have been doing this review, this analytical type of processing, right? But now it's important that you go for the big guns, in a sense, right? For the big tools, for the methods that are going to be clear and direct and get to the point. It's like very sharply, right? It's like it's kind of like removing surgically, right? There needs to be like a very intense surgery, because the method that you have been using with the Nine of Swords, they have only been like not procrastinating this, but in a sense they haven't been as effective as you wished. So feeling trapped, feeling burdened, feeling like this issue has not been resolved with just journaling, with just meditation, with just praying or something like that. It's like something on your own, right? Dealing with it in your own mind. It's like you need, with the Three of Pentacles, to get together with another group, perhaps, right? That is going to help you co-create the solution out of this hole, out of this like reframing that burden, right? And that's what the Ace of Swords is talking about. It's like the moment that you allow this external help to actually help you in a practical way, right? So it seems like it's like this very quick method and very practical method, right? That goes straight to the question, straight to the core of it, that is beyond the fears, beyond the distortions, beyond whatever you couldn't remove on your own, right? So it's like the nine of swords here, like the one sword in the middle, which is the core issue, it's being kind of caged in by the other swords. But here, the moment that you reach out for a more efficient tool, like a method that a healer has, it's like you're going to be able to practically see this without the interference of the other things that would eventually come up with it, right? It's like seeing it very objectively and like removing it in one scoop, in a sense, right? It's like this surgery, in a sense. Maybe it's like a spiritual surgery of some sorts, or like this it's like what I'm seeing is like literally a piece of your mind, like a piece of your brain being removed in a way that is like taking off that splinter in your mind, right? Removing that agony or that pain which maybe you couldn't see because you didn't have the angle, you didn't have the perspective, you didn't have like the external detachment, right? That perhaps is required, right? It's the tool that is required so that you can reveal this, so that you can critically analyze it and not let it affect something that is incredibly beautiful for you. So yeah, I feel like it's pretty clear, but I am going to pull more cards for you, Aquarius. And also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.